Hi everyone, my name is Alyssa Marie General, and today I will be presenting my senior capstone proposal on the media's impact on sexualization and exploitation of minors. So here's a little bit about myself. I started college back in 2018 at UH Manoa and eventually transferred to UH West Oahu in the fall of 2021. At West Oahu, I currently major in creative media with a concentration in communications and new media technologies. In this presentation, I will go over my plans for my senior capstone project, state my thesis statement, show the objective and rationale of research conducted, and address the significance of my proposed project. And here is my thesis statement. My thesis statement is the sexualization and exploitation of minors by media outlets who depict children as adult-like sex objects not only violates minors' rights, but also leads to severe health problems, including depression, anxiety, eating disorders, and more. So I chose this topic because I thought of the media that I consume every day and how a lot of it depicts minors dressing or acting in a sexualized manner. For example, I read about the Cuties movie controversy, and it was controversial because it showed pre-adolescent girls engaging in sexually suggestive acts while wearing revealing clothing. I'd also watched shows like iCarly growing up, which was created by Dan Schneider and it included sexual innuendos that largely went unnoticed by its underage viewers. One of the stars of iCarly, Jeanette McCurdy, spoke against the creator about alleged abuse she had experienced while on set as a child actor. So, with these examples in mind, I was interested in knowing how this happens and how we can put a stop to it. So, my senior capstone plan is to create a documentary about how the media plays a role in encouraging the sexualization of minors by going down the route of treating and humanizing minor attracted people or persons so that they don't become a child sex offender. To help solve the problem of the sexualization and exploitation of minors, I thought we should go down to the root of the problem, which are people committing sex crimes against children. In my documentary, I want to interview a professional that treats child sex offenders, and my ideal person to interview would be Dr. Joseph Giovannoni. Dr. Giovannoni practices on island and specializes in the treatment of convicted sex offenders by using compassion and humanity, which in turn helps offenders develop a sense of concern and empathy for others. With this in mind, I want to focus on offering a different perspective of humanizing these maps, which can be a controversial topic. And in addition to the interview, I will use footage found online. And then on to the significance of my project. First, I want to address social stigma against MAPS. We need to keep in mind that these people have not committed sex crimes against children, but are people that are attracted to minors. From the general public to mental health professionals, the bulk majority have a negative perspective of MAPS and may even view them as purely evil. With the research that I have done, there were multiple studies in which these people felt guilt for being attracted to minors and wanted to seek out treatment, but were afraid of the possibility of people in their life finding out about it, or people have sought out treatment but felt like their mental health provider treated them differently. Treated them differently as a person after admitting their attraction to minors. By addressing the topic of MAPS more openly, more MAPS will feel comfortable seeking treatment rather than feeling too ashamed to talk to anyone about it. And with more MAPS seeking treatment, this can lead to a decrease in child sex offenders. Secondly, we need to recognize how the media plays a part in encouraging the behavior of sexualizing and exploiting minors. Different forms of media expose us to minors dressing or acting in a sexualized manner. by addressing this issue, there can possibly be more regulations when companies use minors in movies, advertisements, etc., which in turn can lead to more protections for minors so that they don't have to experience something that they're uncomfortable with. And here's some relevant data. In a study looking at the top 10 most popular children's TV shows, an average of 24 instances of sexualization was found per episode. This includes sexual remarks, body exposure, behaviors, activities, and more. This made me wonder what effect it has on the children watching this, and it made me think about how this kind of exposure will make them think that this kind of behavior is appropriate, especially in the case when it involves a child actor. In a separate study that I looked at, 293 individuals who were concerned about their attraction to minors were recruited. Of these 293 individuals, 66.67% described their sexual interest in minors as an attraction to prepubescent children 12 or under. 73.77% described their attraction to minor teens ages 13 to 15. And 51% said that they are exclusively or primarily attracted to minors. And these groups are my target audience for my documentary. I'm targeting people aspiring to get into the creative industry because I think it's crucial for them to understand the implications of using minors in their works and how they can work ethically with them. I'm targeting people over the age of 18 because this is both a controversial and dark topic, so I don't think it would be appropriate for people under 18 to see. And lastly, I'm targeting parents because I think that they should be aware of this dark side of Hollywood. So, my proposed solution is to show a documentary that will serve as a way to educate and possibly motivate people to create change for minors involved in the media. And this is my preparation process. So, in the planning stage, I will draft out questions related to the treatment of MAPS and how media encourages sexualization. I will also try to create a storyboard so that I can visually see how I'd want my documentary to look like. I will start looking at footage online, and this can include newsreels, stock footage, and more. I will also start contacting potential interviewees, including Dr. Giovannoni that I had mentioned earlier. In the production stage, I will make sure I have the proper equipment to shoot and edit. Once I receive confirmation that I can interview the people that I contacted earlier, I will start communicating a time and place to shoot, which will then lead to me filming the interviews. In addition to that, I will start gathering online footage. During post production, I will review footage that I have taken and downloaded, and then I will use Adobe Premiere Pro to edit my deliverable. So, in my documentary, I will be combining parts of the interviews I take with clips of media depicting sexualization of minors and possibly stock footage to use as B roll in a way where the footage content relates to what the interviewee is saying. Additionally, I will have a voiceover of myself explaining info that was not discussed by the interviewee or to explain why I had asked them a specific question. And that is all for my presentation. I leave the floor for questions.